Hello, welcome back to Touhoumon World Linked Revised, that's the name. Last time I went through Slateport, where I did it without music because the music in this area is awful. Thanks for that. And I replaced it with Deltarune music, so that'll be something when I upload it. And then I went to the museum where the music was the same, thank God. And then I dealt with Team Aqua, and I had a battle against Archie, which I was not expecting because the only version of Pokemon I've played before this is Alpha Sapphire, where you don't fight Archie at that point. And I basically had to like bullshit my way through it because I still only have 2 Pokemon that are actually being used, and that's going to be continue to be the case for like a couple parts. Now, look, I'm gonna have a team, okay? I've planned out who I'm gonna put, but like, there's just the part they're gonna be got it kind of a weird part where there's gonna be quite a couple parts where I can't get in any of them, and then I'm gonna be able to get the rest of them within a pretty short amount of time. It's just the way you're able to explore certain routes in this game is weird, where the Pokemon, there's like, they're like strangely limited in where I'm allowed to get them, but I still want to get them. Get them eventually, just probably not in the next couple episodes. Which means I'm going to continue have to try to beat the game with 2 Pokemon. That'll be something. Which should I choose? Make a beeline for Mauville on Cycling Road, or take the low road and look for Bonica? Seaside Cycling Road. Sorry, you can't walk on Cycling Road, it's too dangerous. Please come back with a bike. Seaside Cycling Road. Yep. There's a lot of trainers here, I think. What are you doing here, Birch? What? Oh, Garinko, imagine seeing you here, and where might my Mary be? She's somewhere over there, if I remember. Rival battle soon. Oh, I see you two are running separately. Well, that's fine. I heard that your Idol nav has a match call system installed. Well, then I should register you in my Idol nav as well. That way, even when you're apart, I can rate your Idol decks anytime. Thanks, dude. I don't remember this. Garenko, please keep an eye out for Mary. Well, I better get going. See you soon. You know, now that I think about it, was this like call feature even in the remakes? Because it was a remake of Ruby and Sapphire, and it didn't have a lot of things from Emerald in it for some reason. I don't know. Yeah, there were problems with those remakes, but you know, I played them for the originals, so I like them. So, Birch! Professor Birch, Agarinko, are you curious about how your Idol decks? So you've seen 42 Bonica and you've caught 5. Go into grassy areas more and look for Bonica more carefully. On a World Link basis, you've seen 57 Pokemon and you've caught 6. Oh, he already does the national decks, I guess what that is. What was the thing I was doing to look at, like, the... Oh, yeah, check. You can't check Birch for some reason. Probably because he's not a rematchable trainer, I guess? I don't know. I will go anywhere to show off my delightful Bonica. When cute Bonica help each other, you won't see a more adorable sight. Alright, the male Pokemon fans, they replaced the Pikachu outfit with a Chuno one. Hey and Racing. That's a decently appropriate thing for me to see, because I just finished recording 3 jam games today, or the last one featured Racing, and Tay was also there. And because I decided to talk about ships or something, because it was a Pride Jam game, and I talked about the Race and Tay one. Which now that I think about it, does that one even like really exist? It probably does, but I feel like I just kind of made it up in my head, where it was just like, yeah, those two are together often, so there's probably a ship of that, but now that I think about it, I can't really think of any examples of that off the top of my head. I still have not changed Mach Punch to be the first one. I need to do that. Yeah, getting rid of... I still don't know if this was a good idea or not. Getting rid of 10 power for priority, when I think Saragamaru is pretty decently fast already. Isn't that Yatsuhashi adorable? Something you don't say about Yatsuhashi very often. But yeah, I'm recording this after doing 3 recordings of jam games. And I don't know how many I'll do of this. Probably 2. And then I'll call it today. And then I should be able to record on Saturday, because I'm always able to record on Saturday, unless something happens. So you combine that with the fact, that I already had quite a few recordings in advance, and the fact that I was able to record a good bit today, and I should be able to record a good bit on Saturday, I should have quite a backlog for a while. Means maybe I should maybe try to upload 2 videos a day a bit, because like some of the jam recordings I've done recently have been really short. So I should probably try to upload 2 videos a day on those. Oh dear, this won't do. Have you no compassion or pity? That's a good amount of money, my dude. Over 2,000. This wasn't close to what I would do to show off my boutique. I'll show you my captive audience as often as possible. Thanks. Okay, you've done the best you could, my pretties. Are you in order? No, you're not. How am I supposed to find these people? In my... Okay. Actually... Oh, are they... Okay, they seem to be ordered by route, but then how does that factor into cities? And like non-routes? Are those before the routes? Go for it, my dears. I have no likes or dislikes. You're a very interesting person. While out shopping for supper, I battle too. The trainer is close by. Talk to the trainer in person. I didn't have to do that before. I didn't do that. Let me just check for, because I haven't checked this list in like a week, so in case I'm an idiot, let me look at what I wrote down. None of the Pokemon I want are in this route, are they? Uh-huh. Nope, not that route. Nope. No. Yeah. Nothing in this route. Probably the next couple routes. I guess to spoiler it a bit, if I can get a good rod, I don't know when that is, but if I can get a good rod before I can surf, then I can get the water Pokemon I want. Yeah, you don't get surf until after you beat your dad. Who's like the 4th gym leader? 5th, actually. Yeah. It's quite a while. I hope I get a good rod before then. Yeah, get me out of here. God, get me out of here. I hate this music so much. But, yeah, there's a double battle here. Route 110, Route 103. I don't have a bike, so I'll take a leisurely walk on the low road. Yeah, Route 103. This place just kind of exists to fight a bunch of trainers, yeah? Did you feel the tug of our soul-soothing fragrance? In a double battle, apparently... Yeah, Pressy left a comment in one of the videos about how they're actual double battles, and that just made me try to remember... Were double battles in Enhanced Reloaded? I feel like there were. There were double battles in Fire Red, weren't there? It'd be really weird if there weren't. But also, Fire Red had some really arbitrary, stupid decisions, like not being able to evolve your Pokemon that are in the National Dex until you beat the game. So it wouldn't entirely surprise me if there were no double battles, but I feel like there were. Which makes me think there were probably double battles in the main game, but when you got to Johto, like, I'm pretty sure that was an accurate depiction of Johto, and Johto didn't have double battles, did it? I mean, surely it did in Heart Gold Soul Silver, right? But I think that was based on the original. So are there no have I not had a double battle since Kanto in Enhanced Reloaded? Or is there not any in there at all? Aromatherapy is a form of mental healing that works with fragrances. Speaking of double battles, here's another one. We battle together as one team. Saragamaru and Kakuro are the team. Because they're literally the entire team for a while now. Until I can get the rest of them. Remember when I was going to replace that Faith move as the first thing in my slot? And then I didn't do it? Reminded me. Is Yomo gonna take this Mach Punch? Because she might be part Ghost. No, she doesn't. Yep. I assume you're Steel... Ow. Assume you're Steel... Ghost. Can't really do much about that. So yeah, man, Confuse Ray? You really gotta throw a Confuse Ray at me? How confusing of you to do such a thing. Storm Throw, sure. Shadow Sneak. I used a Yomo in my initial playthrough of Enhanced Reloaded. She was pretty decent from what I remember, but also she's completely different in this game because she's a completely different type. Her sprite also looks different. It does not look like that Enhanced Reloaded. The chibi one is like holding her like sheath of her sword with like both hands. So I guess that is one thing that's kind of interesting about this game is it seems like a lot of the sprites are reused from previous hacks and some of them are new. Need to go heal again. Every time I have to heal, I have to go back to Slateport and listen to that music that I don't want to listen to. Really, we're a lot better. It's true, we'll show you next time. So yeah, the nice thing about this call feature is that you get more experience in trainer battles and, you know, money. But honestly, because speed up's a thing, it's probably a lot faster if I wanted to grind, which I might have to if the later Pokemon on my team end up being as lower leveled as it looks like they're gonna be at this rate. It's just faster to speed things up and grind in the grass. Grind in the grass. Okay, let's do that thing I've talked about like 5 times now. Put Mach Punch on the first thing. There you go. Yeah, I did 3 recordings of jam games earlier, so now there's 6 left. So, what I might do on Saturday is I might try to record all 6 of them, or I might just do what I did today, where I record some jam games and play some Pokemon. My Bonica is delightfully adorable, don't be shy, I'll show you. Because I like playing Pokemon. I don't know, it depends. I genuinely enjoy playing the Pokemon games, but there are definitely, I don't know, it varies. Like especially when I'm dealing with the game starts getting annoying, stop having fun, you know. I don't know if that's gonna happen here. It happened. I remember Puppet Dance Performance. That was like a cliff of enjoyment. Or a mountain? I don't know what proper analogy I should give here. I'll get you to come out and look on my delightful Bonica again. Everyone just wants to give me their phone number, huh? I'm not gonna look at every single one anymore. No, it's too many. God, my fishing line's all snarled up. I'm getting frustrated and mean. That's it, battle me. Yeah, with Puppet Dance Performance, there was like, I enjoyed playing the majority of that game, but sometimes the battles in that game got really stupid. And when you got when you got to like the very end game and like the post game, that just became way more apparent. I literally had an episode called "I'm Not Having Fun" because I wasn't having fun. Because every boss battle is just stop. Oh boy, here's Medicine. She's got a Hina that like stalls you and switches out to this other thing. It's just like, I don't want to do this anymore. But yeah, it's more of a problem in Puppet Dance Performance than it is in normal Pokemon, and thus these hacks are based on them, because Puppet Dance's AI, like anime AI, is really dumb. It literally reads your inputs and does the best decision based on what input you pressed. It's really stupid, and because of that, it makes some of the battles just way worse than they would be otherwise. But even then, you know, there have been some moments. I'm pretty sure there were some moments in Enhance Reloaded where I was done, and this game gives me the little speed up button. And when I start mashing the speed up button, that means I'm really done. And that's already happened with this game. At least twice, I think. Andrew, got lost, so even more annoyed now. You can give me your phone number too? No. Yeah, I'm still boiling mad, grr. If you cross the sea from here, it'll be a shortcut to Oldale Town. Boo, that's useful, isn't it? Can I get over there? Yeah, there's a cut. But, yeah, it happened with Brawly, I think. And it happened with, Archie. I've already gotten a bit annoyed with this game. Whoa, how'd you get into a space this small? Did my guitar's wailing draw you in? Yeah, but the main issue with those fights is just that, like, I only have 2 Pokemon right now. Pokemon, Bionicamon, I'm just gonna keep saying Pokemon, you know what I mean. And, yeah. I mean, this is supposed to be the revised version, and the main thing the revised thing's supposed to do is apparently the original version, the difficulty was a lot more annoying. So I can't imagine what those fights were like earlier, but even then, like, I don't know, like, I'm pretty sure both the Brawly fight and the Archie fight, I'm pretty sure they had 2 Pokemon. But these ROM hacks are like, no, 2 Pokemon, it's not enough, it needs to be twice that. And it's just like, does it really need to be? I don't know, I don't mind making the, like, later parts of a Pokemon game harder, but, like, the game's just started, I don't really have a team yet, and you're already like, every single boss battle needs to have twice the number of Pokemon. I don't know. No, at least I know the types in this game. So if I get stuck, I'm less likely to get stuck. Oh, the kid can rock. My one-man show is ruined. I'm less likely to get stuck in this game because I at least know the type triangle for the most part. I still haven't looked at it again. I don't know, I should do that. There's differences. Like, I'm pretty sure Bug doesn't exist, but I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to look again. But I know the type chart a lot more than Enhance Reloaded, where I was basically just guessing outside of the elements and, like, beasts being weak to water or something. Eating more berries. It's the nice thing about these games with berries is that status conditions aren't really an issue a lot of the time. You don't need to buy a bunch of stat recovery things. The art specs. What does that do again? Prevents stat reduction when used in battle. That's a terrible item. Like, X items are already something I don't really use anyway, but they're good items. I know a lot of challenge runs abuse the hell out of X items, but that's not a good item. That's just like, oh boy, I can use this item to not have my stats reduced, and I just wasted a whole turn to do that. Oh boy. Thief. It's not really that useful, but I can see if anyone you learn it. 60 power, 100. Kagero can actually learn that. Is that better than anything else she has? Yeah, it's actually better than Pursuit. I didn't realize Pursuit was that weak. It only has 40. It only does 40 damage. That's pretty bad. Although apparently it's a really good move in competitive. But you know, I don't know. Know very little about Pokemon competitive. Literally, the only time I've ever done an online battle in Pokemon was when I first played X, and I was just messing around with the online features. So I thought I'd do a battle with someone. I was in like one of the early stages of the game. My starter hadn't even fully evolved yet, and I fought this guy with the full like end game team, and he kicked my ass. I found some cool Bonica in the grass around here, and that's my only experience with online Pokemon battling. Sí, meno rico. But the main problem it'll be with me trying to upload 2 videos a day will mainly just be finding the time to do it. Oh, you're gonna. Oh, this kicked my ass. Please don't. Oh, please don't hit 4 times. Don't. No. No. Of course. My wolf is dead. Can you do this at my wolf? How embarrassing that is to have, like, die from having seeds shot at you. To go all the way back to the Pokemon Center again. On days where I upload 2 videos a day, I guess I'll probably end up having to upload the second one, like, before I go to, like, near the time when I'm about to go to bed or something. Being cool isn't enough to win. It's hard to battle with Bonica you just caught. Might go back to uploading a few videos go back to having a couple days where I upload 2 videos a day. Maybe my views won't be so down anymore. They're both in the gray. Not that I care, but it is a thing. Is that the same jingle? No, the normal heal jingle is doot doot doo doo doo. That's a different heal jingle. I don't know what that jingle's supposed to be. Get me out of here. God, the rival battle's about to happen. Yeah, the rival in this game is pretty forgettable overall. They didn't really... Their last battle is like right before Lily Cove or something. Or the route before it. I think it's different depending on the version. And then that's all you fight of them for like the rest of the game. In the remakes they added like a post-credit scene battle. But yeah, the rival in this game is really weird because they like split them between the rival that's your opposite character you didn't pick, and Wally. Because Wally's the rival that fights you in Victory Road, so your actual rival doesn't really do anything after Lily Cove. But the most memorable thing about this rival from what I remember is this fight right here, because this is like the hardest fight they have. And I still only have 2 Pokemon. So oh boy! Hi Garinko, long time no see. Maybe they won't give you twice as many Pokemon as you normally have, because you're supposed to have a linear progression as a rival. While I was searching for other Bonica, my Bonica grew stronger, so how about a little battle? I don't know why this is the only battle theme in the entire game so far that gets to use the original instead of a remake. Instead of a remix of a Touhoumon theme, but I'm certainly not complaining. Because I like this theme a lot. Although I would admit, if I got the choice to like replace this one with one other one that got to be the original, I would have preferred the original Aqua Magma theme. Confused, right, huh? That's what we're doing, huh? Hey Werewolf, you want to be aware and not punch yourself in the face? No. Yeah, I'd rather imagine Kagero just like punched herself in the face and she didn't like use her giant ass lethal claws and like scratched herself. So that would leave a mark. See Yukari. Alright, Saragamaru, can you do anything against Yukari? I don't know. Yukari, she sleeps. You're psychic, surely, so surely this will do something to you. Yeah, there you go. Now, what's a priestess do? I don't know. What does that do? Does that protect you against stat ailments or something? I don't know. Yeah, your starter should be evolved by this point, which is normally the problem by this point in the fight, but hopefully a werewolf can just throw some rocks at you and we'll be all fine. Doo-doo. I can't just let you get away with what happened last time, right? Yeah, I think I asked this last time we did this fight, but yeah, Maribel having a Yukari makes sense. So it makes me wonder if Renko is your rival if they also have a Yukari. And I think the conclusion too is that I don't think they do, because I don't think the rival's team is different besides your starter. I don't think that the character you pick affects the team they have at all. I don't know if it does that in Gen 6 either, I don't think it does. Alright, you just need to die here, and then we're good. Or a werewolf can miss! Knew that 95% hit accuracy would kill me, would kick me in the ass when I needed it not to. Alright, so Saragamaru, you're gonna outspeed Ellen and kill him with your Archetype move. That's what's gonna happen here, right? There you go. Yikes, you're better than I expected. There we go, this is supposed like hardest trainer rival fight in the game. Although probably not, the last one will probably be harder. Garinko, you've been busy training, haven't you? I think you deserve a reward. This is from me. The item finder, oh boy, it's the Gen 3 version, which I'm pretty sure sucks, and I will therefore never use. That's an item finder, try it out. If there's an item that's not visible, it emits a sound. That's a little silly coming from me, but I think you should train harder for the next time. Yeah, one of the first things I noticed when I played, because Gen 5 was my first Pokemon game, Black 2 was, Gen 5 has by far the best item finder, and every single other version of it sucks in comparison. You know what the Gen 5 item finder is? You turn it on, and it tells you exactly where an item is. It will like point in the direction, it will always be on the bottom of the screen. And you don't have to reset it at all. You can have it on in the background the whole time. It's really good. And then they replaced it with hot garbage in Gen 6. And then all of the previous ones are worse than that one. I don't know. A lot can be said about Gen 5 and how Game Freak, they just did not use the good ideas from that game because, oh, Gen 5 didn't perform that well, so that means let's just cut all of the good ideas from that game, yep. Then Gen 6 ended the way it did, and Gen 6 is thought of very fondly these days, isn't it? Not being a shitter. They aren't bad games, but, you know. How much longer is this route? It's been 27 minutes. Yeah, we're in the 20s here. I want a good rod. I'd like to at least get my third Pokemon here. You know what, fuck it, I'll just spoil it now. Not the Pokemon, but where they're supposed to be. The first one I want, you can get either by surfing or by fishing somewhere with a good rod. The other one I want can only be found by surfing on one route that I've already been to, but it's in a patch of grass you can only get by surfing. And I guess, I don't even know why the Pokemon I want isn't even like a particularly strong one, it's just like a character I want to use, so I have no idea why they're made so rare, when in other games they're pretty common. So that's your hint, I guess. Could I see your Bonica? Just one look, please. Okay, full throttle time. If you can't groove, you get left behind. The other one's found on either Route 111 or Mount Pyre. I think Route 111 comes first, but I also think you can't go into Route 111 because there's like sand that you need an item for or something, or maybe that's changed in Emerald, I don't know. So we'll see how long that one takes. And then the final one's found in like Route, I don't remember, it's one of the routes before like Lily Cove, I think. So there you go, there's the road map of when I'm gonna be able to get new team members. And they're all like pretty far away from now. This is a really awkward spot in the game where I'm only gonna have 2 team members until I get the rest, but once I get the rest there won't be that big of a gap between when I get them. What do I hit you with? Mark Punch? You look like a steel type or something, you're a scientist. You're not. You're telling me your coat isn't made of pure metal? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this game is supposed... Edwin. Otaku Edwin, huh? He made the Japanese mimic. Difficult to put the pieces together. Yeah, once I get my team, I'm pretty sure this game is pretty long. Nothing compared to, probably won't be as long as Enhanced Reloaded, but yeah, once I get my full team, you know, there's going to be quite a bit of game left where I'm going to get to use all of them. But for now, we're just in an awkward stage where I can't, because I can't catch them yet. A Cell Rock, what is that? Rocks thrown at high speed that always strike first. It's better than Scratch. Drain Punch. Is that a fighting type move? 8100. That is, yep, that's way better than Priority. 80 power, and it heals. That's a really good move. Man, I'm starting to think Saragamaru might actually be a decent Pokemon. I don't know. She is a starter. But that doesn't technically mean anything. Because just because they're a starter in these Puppetmon games doesn't mean they're necessarily good. In order to complete my collection, you got another groove, alright. I like collecting match call registrations too. This isn't going to bring me down. Losing has made me a better man. It's one of Engineer's domination quotes, right? Something like, I am the better man. Alright, it's been over 30 minutes here, but I kind of just want to finish this route so the next part can be going through... What is it? Mauville? Mauville's very different in this game compared to the remakes, so I'm kind of a bit interested in exploring that. But also it's a really weird part of the game, now that I think about it, because you have, like, Mauville. And then there's a route to the right that you can, like, barely explore because you need surf for the rest of it. But you can also go to the left, and I think you can, like, just kind of keep walking that way for a while. And then, yeah, that's also the part where you can go up. But you can't go too far up, or you can't reach Route 111 because you need goggles for the sand or something? Ooh, like, doesn't your rival give you that? What I was saying is the game gets a bit weird at this point. You stop going in like a straight line, I think. But even then, I don't think I'm getting... Unless I get a good rod sometime soon, which I don't even know... I don't think the rod placement is the same as this game. At least not for the old rod, because your mother just gave you the old rod at the beginning of this game, which I don't think happens in the original. So who knows what the good rod is? I just like to get one so I can get my third Pokemon already. Because... Yep. Being able to fish and get my Pokemon before I can learn Surf would be kind of great, you know? I fell off Cycling Road. I'll get over my embarrassment by battling with you. I feel like I had some other things to talk about, but I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of gone. This is my 4th recording today, although some of the recordings I did earlier weren't exactly that long. The Yomu and Yuko puzzle game took a while, because A, I wasted the first, like, 10 minutes because I got stuck and had to start over again. But even then, it, like, took me a while in general, so I think that was around, like, a 30-something minute recording. Falling, losing, this is so humiliating for me. But the other two were pretty short. I have foreseen your intentions. I cannot possibly lose. Psychic Edward. There's Sukuna. They are in a bowl. Look at them. Something tells me this isn't going to do much damage, but I'm going to do it anyway. You look like a steel type. You are not a steel type. Your bowl is not made of pure steel, believe it or not. I failed to prophesize my own demise. Don't we all? I see your future from I see a shining light. Yeah, I found a video on my recommended about, like, the guy talking about the malls in Pokemon. And then I watched a couple other videos by that guy. I remember one of the things he mentioned in that video was how, like, psychic power, it's just a thing in Pokemon. Like, you have humans that can use psychic abilities, and you have the psychic Pokemon, but you also have, like, non-psychic Pokemon that can learn psychic moves, so you could, like, basically, you could look at a Pokemon's learn moveset and look how many psychic types they have, and you can use that to determine, like, how adept that Pokemon species is at learning psychic moves, because if humans can learn psychic stuff, then some non-psychic Pokemon can. It's a weird bush. Yachi berries. Some weird names these berries have. Alright, I feel like I'm nearing the end here. I think I just have to fight this fisherman over here. Look, Mauville is also a pretty big city. If they use that as an excuse to use the same fucking music again. Oh my god, I better not hear that music when I walk to Mauville. Fucking lose it if I hear that theme again. Hey, don't sneak up behind me like that. Fisherman Dale. He has 4 Kobachis. What is he doing with his life? Are you ghost type? No. But you're also level 11, so I think just using Thief over and over again is fine. Inas and Komachis. Do you think Hina can learn Surf? Because, you know, she's basically the Magikarp of this game, she's always in water. Right, you're super effective against Kokoro at all times, because that's not annoying at all. I don't feel like any of you fishermen have had a Notori yet, which feels a bit weird, because, you know, Notori was the Pico. My darling Pico. Hurrah, Pico. You weak to Faith? Don't know what Faith does. No, you're very much not. You got a crit though. You are going to poison me. How could you do such a thing? Knock that off. You know, I said I like to keep these Pokemon videos near 30 minutes, but I think more have been near 40 minutes at this point. Just because I keep wanting to, like, finish what I'm doing before I stop the episode. And that's very much what's gonna happen here, is we're nearing 40 minutes here, just because I want to finish this route. I don't want to just be like, here, we're gonna start this episode. Because I wanted it to be near 30 minutes and be like, okay, we're gonna start this part in the middle of this route, and I'm gonna spend 5 minutes on this route, and then do everything else in the next town. It'd be weird. I lost Dret. Seaside Cycling Road. You also gonna kick me out? Sorry, you can't walk on Cycling Road. It's too dangerous. Please come back with a bike. You're not a trainer, are you, you old man? The 2 roads, one above, one below. A road each for people in Bonica. Perhaps that is right and fair. What are you saying, old man? Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, there's a bunch of places where I can, like, fight trainers soon, and it's like, do I want to do that? Because, like, I'm only gonna give experience to my 2 Pokemon here. But then is it even gonna matter if I'm gonna, like, if I can just easily grind the Pokemon I get later pretty quickly because of speed up? I don't know. Would it be great to ride a bike at full speed on Cycling Road? Thank God it's the normal Mauville City theme. Definitely not, like, one of my favorites, but you know, it's a pretty good theme. Certainly better than what they replaced Slateports with. That man over there, he says weird things. He's funny in a weird way. Dad'll forget about him. When I assessed the record corner, the data for what's hot in Dewford got updated. Now that bit of data is the same as my friends. Oh, lily white fishing? A record corner opened upstairs in the Bonica Center. I don't know what it's about, but it sounds fun. I'll go check it out. What the hell are you talking about? Hi, I'm the name raider. Why do you exist when I can do this using my device? The move deleter? Yeah, okay. The move tutor. Wait, you don't cost me anything? Scratch out and rock through. Normally you want like shards or something. None of them. What are you doing, dude? Did you know that you can link battle at the Coliseum here? They put up your record on the wall for everyone to see. It's embarrassing if you lose more often than you win. Oganolonika Cable Club. Which of your services do you wish to use? I don't know what any of this does. The record center. No. Just let me choose the thing I'm trying to choose. You know what? No, not right now. Can I talk to you? Hi, I'm the trader. Want to trade decorations with me? What? If you see any decorative items that you want to buy, speak up. Got a Suiko doll, orb cushion, a tire, and pretty flowers. I feel unwanted, is that what he said? Alright. Stop goofing around and end the part now. Alright, that was that. Next part, I'm gonna go around Mauville. So, bye.